Hello and welcome. Today I want to show you some more new product. We've got a lot of new product lately that I will demonstrate down the road how to use it and how well it works and give you the do's and don'ts with it. But for right now, I just want to get through and show you the different products that are out there. Handy Hands tatting needles. This is all for needle tatters. Handy Hands carries a full line of tatting needles for yarns all the way up to the smallest of tatting threads. Alright? They are your top option for tatting needles. Alright? They're the only ones that carry a full line. However, there are other brands that have their pros and cons. Alright, Handy Hands tatting needles are good to use. Everybody that's a needle tatter, they're easy to get. Alright, Handy Hands carries them. You can find them in Joann's, my Hobby Lobby, several box stores, you know. But you can get them also at Handy Hands. You can even get these on Amazon. Alright. Now, you also have Havel's. Let me turn this up right. Havel's needles. Now, these came in a bag. These have their pros and cons, just like all tatting needles. This is the set. The problem with the Havel's is they're not coated. So they do rust. Alright, there's very little things you can do to save it other than when you use your tatting needles, make sure you run across them with some kind of like WD-40 sewing machine oil to clean off the skin oils. Our skin oils have acids in them that eats away at the tatting needles. The other drawback is on some of the needles the eyes are a little bigger than the shaft of the needle. So therefore it's going to stretch your stitches out as you pull your thread through. They are also extremely sharp. They're like a sewing needle. These I use for sewing in ends because I don't care what size thread I use. I've got a tatting needle that can sew in ends. Of course I get a lot of waste with that because the needles are so long. But it works perfect. It beats the tar out of going and trying to find a sewing needle. Okay, and with the tatting needles you can use these similar to a tatting looper helper, you know, and run it alongside whatever you're tatting and pull your ends through, but mainly use them for sewing in. Alright, tatting with them, they're great for beginners because their stitches are already loose, but if you're going to show the piece for demo or like contests and stuff, they're going to mark against you because your stitches got stretched because of the eye. But like I say, they're in their own right, they're a good tatting needle. Alright, but I would suggest beginner tatting needle for the Havel's. Alright, now let's look at the laces. Now I got these on Amazon. Alright, they come with a needle threader. And they look similar, okay, to the Handy Hands needles. The difference is you only get this set. That's it. You got 3 tatting needles in there. Alright. The eyes are not wider than the shaft. Alright. They're not sharp. They're a blunt tip. And the size needles that you get with this set are a 7, a 5, and a 3. Okay. The 7 is your smallest. This is the 3, and this is the 5. The 5 is what we use for size 10 tatting thread. Alright, the 7 you would probably use that on your smaller threads like 40s and 50s and like that. But once you get into the really small thread, it's going to be loose. Okay? So, Handy Hands is the only place you can get all sizes. Alright? But these look similar to the Handy Hands needles, so I don't know if Handy Hands makes these for laces or not. I just ordered them to show you the options that are out there. You get 3 needles through Amazon, and I think these something like $11 or $9, something like that, for the 3 needles, which is a bargain. It really is. So, I haven't tatted with them yet. I will. These will be demoed like the other ones, you know, in a future video. But I wanted to show you what the difference was between the 4. Now, you also get this needle threader. I have used these many, many times, and they tend to come apart when you're pulling a heavy thread through, like on the size 5 needle. Using size 10, it doesn't want to go, so you gotta yank on it, and these come apart. So what I have done on these is put me a dab of E6000 glue to hold it, and it lasts a little longer, but I prefer using the floss threaders. They make great needle threaders. Alright, so with that in mind, let's put this back in its little baggie so we don't lose anything. Now the next time you see these, they'll be in a little thing like that. A little plastic container. See, that's another drawback. You don't get that little plastic container to keep your needles in. And if you don't keep your needles put up, you know, and you don't keep them clean, they will rust. All tatting needles will rust. It's just the stainless steel ones take a little longer. Alright, these here look to be the stainless steel. They feel like the stainless steel. Plus, stainless steel is hypoallergenic. So, people that have allergies to metals, they might find it difficult to use the Havels. Alright? So, because they're not. They're nickel. Alright? Now, let's look at these DMC. Now, in this package, you get a size 3, a 5, 7, and an 8. So, you're getting 4 in this one. Now, this one costs a little more because it comes from overseas. Alright, but it is on Amazon. I have wrote DMC because it's not showing on their site as something you can buy. So I have wrote them myself personally to see if they're going to continue carrying these tatting needles or not. If once I find out, I'll let you guys know. If they choose not to, then when you find them, if you want them just for collection, that's fine, great, you know, go ahead and get them. I'm still trying to locate a Jiffy tatting needle. That is a next to an impossible feat. So, let's get on with it. The hard part about the DMC needles is getting to them. These little plastic caps don't want to come off. But it's a hard plastic here that these are kept in. Now, let's gander at these little puppies. They look to be stainless steel, and if you look at them, the eyes are, if you run your hand down, you can see the eyes are the same width as the shaft of that needle. These would make really good tatting. Alright, I won't lie to you. I hope they're continuing to make them, because finding tatting needles that don't have that bubble where the eye is hard to do. The ends are blunted, so they're, you know, you're not going to cut yourself with them like you do with the Havels. And they look to be stainless steel. Now, you get the 4 tatting needles in this little plastic case, along with this book that tells you how to needle tat. Alright, gives you instructions. Then on the back, you got this real pretty earring pattern. So, and look, the Diamante thread here. I have bought all these colors, and I have to say, That is some really good thread to tat with if you're making jewelry. I mean, it's beautiful. So, tatting needles, diamante thread, or the diamante thread, that's a combo you can't do without. So, if you can get your hands on them, like I said, as soon as I find out if they're going to be carrying these anymore, I'll let you guys know. But they do have them on Amazon. So, check it out. They're a little bit more expensive than the laces tatting needles, but you are getting 4 really good quality tatting needles, I have to say. These are really good. Every one of them. You can't tell where that eye is. So that is the mark of a good tatting needle. Because you don't want to stretch your tatting out. You don't want it to look flappy. You want it to look like it was shuttle tatted. So, and you get this neat little case. It's a hard case. But like I said, getting it open is like trying to break into a bank. It's not happening. You know, so work it loose. If I use these on a regular basis, I would probably myself put a little oil around here to make it easier, or just put them in another case. But you get this handy little case and a needle threader. And again, these will come apart if you're pulling a large thread through. Put you a dab of E6000, some kind of glue on that to hold those ends in. And I only use the needle threaders on the small threads, like the size 80, 100, and 120s. And the larger threads, I use a floss threader. It's just so much easier. Okay? So, with that in mind, I hope you enjoyed this video and the comparison of the different tatting needles that you can use. Like I said, play with them. Get you a set. No, a needle tatter can never have too many needles. Alright? So keep that thought in mind. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And until next time, happy tatting. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.